What if the only thing standing between you and your goals wasn't your talent, your background, or your circumstances, but simply your mindset? What if failure wasn't something to avoid, but actually the first step towards success? In today's video, we are going to explore something that's simple in concept, but incredibly powerful in practice: the growth mindset. Now, don't worry, this isn't one of those videos that promise instant success or tell you to just think positive and everything will magically work out. That's not real life. This is more about gently shifting the way you think, rewiring some unhelpful patterns, and learning how successful people approach growth, learning, and setbacks, not with fear, but with curiosity. Because here's the truth: the people we admire, the ones who seem to keep moving forward no matter what, they are not necessarily smarter or luckier. Many of them have simply trained themselves to see challenges in a different light. And that's something all of us can do at any age, at any stage. In the next few minutes, we are going to break down what a growth mindset really is, why it matters, and most importantly, how you can begin developing it in your own life. So grab a cup of tea, get comfortable, and let's explore how small shifts in how we think can lead to big changes in how we live. Step 1. Become aware of your current mindset. Before you can grow, you have to know where you are starting from. And that begins with a bit of honest, kind self-awareness. We all carry thoughts and beliefs that shape how we see the world and ourselves. Some of those beliefs are empowering and some quietly hold us back. A growth mindset isn't about always being positive or feeling confident every moment. It's about being willing to explore your patterns and notice how you think, especially when things don't go as planned. Start by tuning into your internal dialogue, those quick, automatic thoughts that pop up during your day. They show up when you are challenged, when something doesn't work out, or when you try something new. These thoughts often come and go without much attention, but they hold important clues about how you view your abilities. You might find yourself thinking things like, I have never been good at this, or this just isn't my strength, or why even try if I'm probably going to mess it up. These are subtle signs of a fixed mindset, a belief that you are the way you are and that's that. Those thoughts aren't bad, but they are worth noticing. When you become aware of them, you create a bit of space between you and the belief. And in that space, you have room to grow. You can ask yourself a few gentle questions, just to reflect, not to judge. How do I usually respond when I face something unfamiliar or hard? Do I see failures as something shameful or something to learn from? Do I believe that people are either naturally talented or not? Am I open to struggling in public, or do I prefer to only do what I know I am good at? These aren't questions with right or wrong answers. They are just ways to listen in on your own patterns. And the goal isn't to fix anything immediately, just to become more conscious of the lens through which you are seeing the world. One helpful thing to keep in mind: your mindset isn't fixed across all areas of your life. You might believe you can grow in some areas like fitness or cooking, but feel completely stuck in others like public speaking or leadership. That's totally normal. Awareness helps you spot the places where you are open and curious, and the places where you might be holding back without realizing it. Awareness is the foundation of every meaningful change. It allows you to gently challenge old beliefs and open the door to new ways of thinking. You don't need to overhaul your mindset in a single day. You just need to notice. That's it. And from there, you can begin choosing thoughts that help you grow, one small moment at a time. Step 2. Reframe challenges as opportunities. Let's be honest, no one loves facing challenges. They are uncomfortable, they bring uncertainty. Sometimes they even hurt a little. But here's something quietly powerful. The way you look at a challenge can completely shift the way you move through it. When you have a growth mindset, challenges don't have to feel like roadblocks. Instead, they start to look like invitations. They say, come on in, stretch a little, try something new. It's not about pretending hard things are easy. It's about seeing them as part of the process, not proof that something's gone wrong. Reframing challenges doesn't mean you never feel frustrated. It just means you learn to view that frustration as a signal that you are learning something new. Growth rarely feels smooth or effortless. Most of the time, it feels a little awkward, a little messy, and a lot like work. But that's the point. Try paying attention to your inner dialogue the next time something feels hard. Maybe you catch yourself saying, this is too much for me, or I can't do this. Those thoughts are completely normal, but they are not always true. What if you gently swapped them out with something like, this is difficult, but it's also helping me grow. I have never done this before, so of course it feels hard, and that's okay. Every time I try, I'm building a little more strength. You don't have to fake positivity. You just need to offer yourself a slightly different perspective. one that keeps the door open to growth instead of shutting it. Think of a challenge like going to the gym. If you walked in and only lifted weights that felt easy, you wouldn't really get stronger. The progress comes from pushing through the last shaky rep, the one that makes your muscles burn. That discomfort means something is happening. You are getting better. Your body is learning. The same is true for your mind. When you face a challenge and keep showing up, even imperfectly, you build resilience, you build confidence, you learn what you are capable of, not in theory, but in real time. That kind of growth doesn't come from smooth paths. It comes from trying, falling, adjusting, and trying again. And the beautiful thing, over time, you might find yourself actually seeking out challenges, not because you want to struggle, but because you have seen what's possible when you do. Reframing isn't about pretending challenges are fun. It's about recognizing that within every hard moment, there's a seed of growth. And with time, patience, and care, it can bloom into something really meaningful. Step 3. Embrace the power of yet. Sometimes all it takes is one small word to change the way we see ourselves. The word is yet. It may be short and simple, but it carries so much hope and possibility. Think about how often we say things like, I am not good at this, or I can't do it, or this isn't working. These statements can feel final, like closed doors. They suggest that where we are now is where we'll always be. But when we add just one word, yet, everything softens. Suddenly, those closed doors crack open. I am not confident yet. I haven't figured it out yet. I don't know how to do this yet. That little yet holds space for growth. It gently reminds us that we are in motion, that we are learning, and that progress is still possible. It shifts your thinking from fixed and final to flexible and evolving. Using yet doesn't magically make things easier. It doesn't take away the work of the effort, but it does give you a more compassionate frame to work from. It turns self-criticism into self-encouragement. And that shift matters more than we often realize. You can think of yet as a gentle pause, a breath between who you are and who you are becoming. It doesn't rush you, it doesn't pressure you, it just gives you permission to be in progress. Over time, this mindset starts to change how you speak to yourself. You may catch a discouraging thought mid-sentence and instinctively tack on a yet. And in doing that, you are slowly rewiring your brain to expect progress instead of perfection. Step 4. Celebrate effort, not results. When it comes to growth and success, it's so easy to get caught up in the end results. The promotions, the grades, the achievements. Those moments are exciting, and of course, it's wonderful to celebrate big wins. But there's a quiet, powerful shift that happens when you start paying attention to something else, the effort behind those results. Effort is the real engine of growth. It's what keeps you moving forward, especially when things don't go perfectly. When you only focus on outcomes, it's tempting to give up as soon as progress slows down or when you face setbacks. You might think, if I can't get this right now, maybe I'm just not meant to. But when you start valuing the effort you put in, no matter what the outcome looks like, you create a much more sustainable kind of motivation. Think about it this way. Every time you push yourself to try, practice, or learn something new, that's a victory worth celebrating. That consistency, that commitment to showing up for yourself builds your confidence and resilience more than any quick win could. It can be helpful to make a habit of recognizing the work you are doing, especially on days when the results aren't obvious. For example, instead of saying, I didn't reach my goal, you might tell yourself, I showed up and did my best today. And that matters. These little moments of self-recognition send a strong message to your brain that growth is about the process, not just the prize at the end. You learn to see that mistakes and setbacks are just part of the journey, not signs that you have failed. They are proof you are trying. So whether you are learning a new skill, working on a personal goal, or simply trying to build better habits, start practicing this simple shift. Over time, this way of thinking builds a positive cycle. The more you celebrate your efforts, the more motivated you feel to keep going. And that's where real lasting growth begins, in the everyday actions and the commitment to keep trying no matter what. Step 5. Surround yourself with growth-oriented people. Have you ever noticed how the people around you can influence your mood and outlook? It's something we often underestimate, but the company we keep has a surprisingly big impact on our mindset. When you are working on developing a growth mindset, one of the most powerful things you can do is surround yourself with people who inspire you to keep learning, growing, and moving forward. It's not just about having cheerleaders or positive vibes. It's about being around people who genuinely believe in improvement, not perfection. These are the folks who see challenges as chances to learn, who celebrate progress, and who aren't afraid to make mistakes because they understand that's how growth happens. Their mindset becomes contagious, but in the best way possible. When you spend time with people like this, you start to catch their energy and their perspective. On the flip side, it's natural to feel drained or stuck when you are surrounded with people who focus a lot on what's going wrong, who give up easily, or who blame circumstances or others instead of looking for ways to improve. Those attitudes can quietly slip into your own thinking, often without you realizing it. That's why being mindful about who you spend your time with is such an important step. You don't need a huge group of perfect friends to make this work. Even one growth-minded friend can shift your outlook and support your journey. Besides people in your immediate circle, you can also fill your environment with growth-oriented influencers through books, podcasts, and online creators. Sometimes you might not have a lot of people around you who share this mindset, and that's okay. Learning from others who inspire you can help you build your own growth mindset from wherever you are. Whether it's a podcast about overcoming challenges, a book about resilience, or videos that share real stories of persistence, these resources can be like your personal cheer squad when you need one. At the end of the day, growth is not a solo journey. It thrives in connection and support. When you surround yourself with people and influences that remind you to keep growing, even on the tough days, you create a space where your mindset can flourish naturally, and that's one of the best gifts you can give yourself. Step 6. Learn from criticism. Criticism. It's something most of us find hard to hear. When someone points out our mistakes or suggests we could do better, it can feel uncomfortable, even discouraging. Sometimes it can seem like a personal attack, especially if we are used to thinking in a fixed mindset, where our abilities and worth feel tied to being right or good enough. But what if we looked at criticism in a different light? What if instead of seeing it as a blow to our confidence, we saw it as an opportunity, a chance to learn, improve, and grow? That's exactly what a growth mindset encourages. When you develop a growth mindset, criticism becomes less threatening and more like a helpful tool. It's like a gift wrapped in feedback, a way to uncover areas you might not have noticed that could use some attention. Of course, not every piece of criticism you receive will be useful or delivered kindly. But when you open yourself up to listening, you can find gems that help you get better. The key is the way you respond. The next time someone offers feedback, instead of shutting down or feeling defensive, try shifting your perspective by asking yourself a couple of simple but powerful questions. Is there something valuable I can take from this? What can I do differently or better next time? These questions help you focus on the constructive part of the criticism instead of getting stuck on how it made you feel. Sometimes even when the feedback isn't perfect, there might be a small insight or idea that you can use. And by practicing this habit, you train your mind to see criticism as a stepping stone rather than a stumbling block. It's also important to remember that criticism doesn't define you. Your value isn't dependent on being flawless or always meeting everyone's expectations. It's okay to make mistakes. In fact, mistakes are some of the best teachers. The real strength lies in how you respond to feedback, whether you use it to learn and grow or let it discourage you. Sometimes criticism can also reveal blind spots, things we don't realize about ourselves until someone else points them out. That awareness is powerful because it gives you a chance to change or improve in ways you couldn't have on your own. Of course, not all criticism is created equal. Some feedback might come from people who don't fully understand your situation or might even be unfair. It's okay to filter what you hear, keeping the parts that resonate and letting go of the rest. Developing that balance is part of growing emotionally and mentally strong. Developing a growth mindset isn't about becoming perfect overnight or never facing challenges. It's about embracing the journey of learning, being open to new experiences, and understanding that setbacks are just stepping stones on the path to success. When you start viewing obstacles as opportunities rather than roadblocks, you open yourself up to endless possibilities for growth. Remember, every expert was once a beginner, and every success story is filled with moments of doubt, failure, and persistence. The power of a growth mindset lies in your willingness to keep moving forward, to learn from mistakes, and to believe in your own ability to improve. If you take just one thing from this video, let it be this: your mindset matters more than you might realize. How you think about your abilities shapes your actions, and those actions shape your future. So why not choose to believe in growth? Choose to believe in yourself. Thank you so much for watching and spending this time together. If you found this video helpful, share it with someone who may benefit from it. I'd love to hear from you. What's one challenge you're facing right now where you could try applying a growth mindset? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I will see you in the next episode. Until next time, keep growing.